Welcome to the webinar today. Today we are going to do a question and answer session with our students of Pronunciation Pro. And I'm glad you're all here today. And I hope you have lots of questions that I can answer today so that we can have some fun. So today I'm going to talk about, here in the first little bit, we'll talk about a little bit about the new website and about the new alumni program that we have starting here soon. So that I'm really excited about. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that. So first of all, give you a little introduction. I usually do this because there's usually a few new members on these webinars every time. So this is me. This is my little family, minus my husband. My husband's not in this picture, but he's a big part of our family too. So these are my three little boys, Andrew, Jimmy, and Luke, and they are my world. So I like to include a picture of them there. So my name is Annie Rudin, and I am a licensed speech language pathologist, and I have a master's degree in communication sciences. And so I've been doing accent training since my oldest was about 9 months, well, no, before he was born. So I've been doing it for 7-8 years now, and I've just been enjoying every minute of it. I learn and grow through this profession. I just love the way that the English language is this amazing language that is so complex. And unfortunately for you, it's very complex. But for me, it's a lifetime of learning and growth as I try and as I continue to learn and teach and find new ways of teaching and training and finding the rules of all of these pronunciation techniques, and so it's a very exciting career for me. And my favorite part really is working with all of you. So these webinars are so much fun for me because I get to connect to the students and get to train you and help you along your path down this road of building your own confidence and through that skill of being able to speak English clearly and effectively. And I absolutely love to see the progress that my students make through this program. It's very exciting to me, and I love hearing about the successes that then this brings in their lives. So don't hesitate to share those with me as you go along. This is our team here at Pronunciation Pro. I should include a picture of our programmer, Jason, because he is a very critical piece of our team. He's just a little camera shy. So he has been a big part of getting this new website up and running and has been working tirelessly on this project. But we have Gideoni Wilson, who is our administrative assistant. She helps me with kind of making sure everything's working properly and that your questions are answered regarding your accounts. And Andrea Lobb, she is another speech language pathologist that works with our Plus and Premier students. And if you submitted your week 1 feedback or week 1 assignment for feedback, then she will be the one that is going to get you that feedback. So if you're in your first week, which I know you are, be sure to submit that week 1 assignment. That's a great way to get that personalized feedback as you start this course. Okay. So yes, we launched a new website on June 9th, and I want to thank all of you for your help. It has been a little bit of a bumpy ride as far as getting everything up and working correctly and accounts switched over from our old site to our new site. And it's been a little bumpy, but all of you have been very helpful in being able to, helpful and very patient as we work out some of the kinks and bugs, and we're making a lot of progress on that. So I'm happy with what's happening, and I know it'll just continue to get better and better as we as we work it out. So thank you again for all of your help in that. So let's keep going here. So with the new website, just wanted to make sure that all of you are aware, if you were a member previous to the launch of the new website, there are a few things that you need to know if you don't already. So previous members need to reset their password to get access to the new site. So that's just that change password link there on the login page. You want to use your email address instead of your old username, okay? And if it doesn't work, email me and I'll reset your password for you, okay? It should work. There's only been a few situations where it's been not working as it should. And if you get any strange emails from me, like today, someone who signed up for the basic yearly package got an email saying their membership was about to expire. So that was obviously a mistake on our part. So we were able to fix that right away and things. But if I don't know about it, we can't fix it. So if you get any strange emails from me, please let me know, and we'll correct it right away. And if you have any other problems or questions, always feel free to email me anytime, and we'll get it all worked out. Okay, so I just wanted to explain a few things with the new website. So if you click on the top tab on your membership, like once you log in, on that top tab, there's a place that says courses. And if you click on that, you'll see this outline of the courses. And this is how the website is structured, is we have it set up where it's kind of categorized into different courses. Now, it's all kind of one big course, I guess. When you sign up for a membership, you're getting access to all of this. But this is kind of how it's structured. So the Pronunciation Pro course, that's our core 12-week program. And that's where you get lessons week by week through the 12 weeks. And all of your video trainings and worksheets and MP3s and all of that training information is for the core of the program is there under that course. Okay, on the sidebar, when you log in, you can click on Pronunciation Pro course there and get access there. So that's where you'll be spending most of your time, is in that 12-week course. Okay, bonus lessons, these are extra lessons that maybe I find that kind of the majority of non-native English speakers, they have problems with the things that are listed in the 12-week course. But I realize that some people have, other error patterns that are not as standard, and so that's where the bonus lessons come in. There's certain sounds and certain lessons that might apply to you. When you go through, when you get your feedback for the week 1 assignment for all basic members, then she might, Andrea might say, okay, you're having problems with the W and V sound, and the W and V sound is in the bonus lessons. So you'll want to go over there and check that out. Okay. So that's what the bonus lessons are. If you haven't taken a look, go over there and just see what's there. All the topics are listed. We have then the webinar section. So if you click on that, you'll go to all of the recordings from the past webinars. So that's where you can access all of those. There's quite a few of them, and we're actually going back through and retitling them so that it's a little bit more descriptive. But you can find a lot of good information. Usually with our webinars, I start with about a 10-15 minute lesson, and then it's just question and answer. So the topics that we go over after that first 10 minutes is a little bit varied depending on who's asking questions. And then the alumni course, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. If you click on this now, it'll say, you haven't started it yet. But let me explain a little bit more about that alumni course. Okay, so the alumni course is something I've been working on for the past few months, and it's coming very soon. I hesitate to say exactly when it's coming because I have in my mind when I'd like it to be, but and I have all the lessons and everything kind of put together, but I do have to wait for the technical side to work its way, kind of get ready. So I've already thrown Jason a lot of stuff this last few weeks in getting the website functioning as it should. So the next step is getting that alumni course set up so that it launches. So I'm hoping by the end of this week, but it might be the beginning of next week. So with the alumni course, let me kind of share what it is and who will get this. So alumni course essentially is what happens after you finish the 12-week program. Okay, so you go through week by week the 12-week course, and you learn all of this great stuff, and you make all this progress, and then it kind of, before the alumni course, it kind of ended. You then were able to come to webinars and ask questions, but I didn't have anything to kind of give you support beyond that 12 weeks. Well, that has changed now. So now, once your 12-week course ends, then the alumni course begins. So think of it as like week 13 of the program. And essentially, the alumni course is going to go for the next 40 weeks. Okay, so the course, so that the whole Pronunciation Pro course, if you go from beginning to end with all of the alumni course and material, it is a full year worth of material and training and practice and review and all of that. So, so who gets this course? Well, all active members who have finished the 12-week course. Okay, so for all of you who are just getting started with the program, this is something to look forward to. Okay, so once you finish the 12-week program, then the alumni course starts, and the alumni course really builds off of what you've been learning for the 12-week course. The 12-week course is the core. I mean, you're going to learn all of the essentials of English pronunciation and fluency. You're going to get it all within that 12-week course, but we realize that it takes, it can take more practice or more review, and it's kind of like exercising. If you stop exercising, your muscles get weak. And so if you stop practicing your pronunciation, those muscles, the muscles in your mouth will get weak, and you'll revert back to your old patterns. And so we want to make sure that we continue to help you build and improve on your pronunciation, and that's what the alumni course is. Okay, so all basic monthly members, so if you have the monthly membership plan, then you'll get access to this alumni course as long as your membership is active. Anyone who has purchased a yearly membership gets it included with their yearly membership, so no extra charge there. And so that includes the basic yearly, the plus, and the premier packages. And so if you're kind of at the beginning of your course and you're thinking, hey, I really want to make sure that I'm, that I can get this alumni course as well, take a look at the basic yearly package, because over the course of a year, it'll save you money if you buy it 1 year, the whole year at once. All right. Okay. And if you have any questions along the way about anything that I'm talking about, I'm watching the questions box. So if you have any questions about anything, just write it in there at the questions box, and I can answer them as they come in. Okay. All right. So yeah, all basic and all yearly, active basic and all yearly memberships get that alumni course. Okay. So here's an idea of the format and what's included. So the format for the alumni course, you're going to get 1 video lesson per week. So in the 12-week program, you get 3 or 4 lessons per week. But in the alumni course, it'll be 1 video lesson that's usually about 10 to 20 minutes. So it's not going to be this, it's something that you can do quickly. It's something that you can get that refresher every week. You get, and it's not going to take a huge amount of your time, but just enough to kind of keep you thinking about your pronunciation and reviewing. Okay, with every weekly lesson, you'll get some practice worksheets and MP3 files to practice with. Okay, you'll also get speeches to practice with, and I've hand selected the topics of these speeches, and they're usually TED Talks. If you're not familiar with TED.com, TED.com, there is a huge library of just very amazing speeches and talks by some really great people. A lot of research-based material, a lot of just really fascinating topics. So what I've done is I've hand selected the topics that I knew would be appropriate for this audience. And so a lot of things about communication skills. A lot of we have speeches that I've selected that about body language and how to use your body language to kind of build your confidence and empower yourself, and to just have more appropriate interactions with others. There's some speeches on happiness and kind of what kind of the secrets to happiness, which anybody can enjoy that, right? And then leadership. There's some speeches that I've gathered about leadership and and the research. And what I like about a lot of these speeches, it's a very research-based topics. And so they talk about the research, the latest research on these different areas and what that research is finding. So I come from a background, this whole program, the 12-week course, is a very research-based method. And that's what my training is on, and that's what I like to, that's what I respond best to, is kind of what is the best practices, the research-based practices. Okay, so there'll be other topics and things that you'll get through that alumni course, but here's just these are just a sampling of those topics. Okay. As far as the video lessons, here are a few things to look forward to in that first 6 weeks. So we have listening exercises for vowels. I do find that that some of my students, as they go through, they just want more practice with the vowels, because that tends to be a more difficult area to master. So in the 12-week course, we review in detail in weeks 5 through 7. We go through each of the long and the short vowels, and we do listening exercises, and we do all of this to make sure that you're able to get the mouth position and get that sound correct. And then there'll be additional exercises through the alumni course. All right, common reductions in American English. So I don't go over a lot of reductions. I don't hear a lot of, excuse me, sorry, I got distracted there. I don't teach a lot of common reductions in the 12-week course, because I want to make sure that your mouth placement and you're getting a lot of those more precise sounds in American English. But there are some areas that are perfectly appropriate to reduce in your pronunciation. And so we'll go into more detail about those in the alumni course. Intonation and stress practice. We can all get more practice in that rhythm. You have quite a few ways to practice through the 12-week course, but we just want to keep that practice going. How to solve problem words when you come up across a word that's difficult to pronounce. How to understand fast English speakers, so that comprehension piece we talk about, and how to pronounce contractions and so forth. So a lot to look forward to. I think that what we like to talk about in the 12-week course is this is the 80%. So that you kind of think of English as, if you learn the rules of pronunciation and fluency, you're going to understand 80% of English. Okay. Of course, there's those exceptions to the rules. There's those kind of nuances that we come across. But in the 12-week course, we go over the rules, and you will have a firm understanding of those rules and the processes for American English. And then the alumni course is then, okay, built on that foundation. We have a very strong foundation of those rules and the sounds of English and the rhythm of English. Now that we have that foundation, how can we build on that and get some of those exceptions and just continue to refine and perfect it? Okay. All right, so, let me go back here. Okay, so let's get into your questions here. So now's the time to ask questions. So what I do is I just go through the questions list here on my panel as they come in, and we'll talk about things. If there's a specific sounds or words that you're having a hard time with, then you can write those in there, and I'll pull up worksheets and I'll pull up, some things for us to go through those sounds and words together. Okay, let me look here. So I know that a lot of you are in your first week, and so I know that sometimes you're thinking, well, I don't know what exactly to ask yet. So what can I learn from here? Okay, so Magira, I'm going to unmute you, and I like to kind of unmute you when you ask a question. Please let me know if you don't want to be, you don't want to speak, but Mahira, are you there? Okay, I don't think his mic is working right now. I'll keep you unmuted in case you are able to kind of ask. Okay, so here you're saying yes. I don't hear your. You'll have to make sure that your microphone is connected correctly so that I can hear you. All right, let's see. I'll keep you unmuted in case you are able to get that microphone working. Okay, so so your FNU, I'm not exactly how to pronounce it. Sandeep says, I'm practicing Rudin phonetics these days, but it takes time. Yeah, so Rudin phonetics, I don't want you to spend too much time kind of memorizing or practicing the Rudin phonetics, because I really what you'll want to do is just have that chart available as you go through the course, because it's really supposed to be very user-friendly. So based on the rules of spelling, then you're able to, based on the rules of spelling of English, kind of the really basic rules of spelling, that's what the Rudin phonetics symbols are based on. So if there's an sound, it's going to be just a U. If there's a sound, just like ran, it's just going to be just an A. Let me actually kind of move over to this worksheet here. Oops. And I'll kind of talk about that a little bit. Because the idea with Rudin phonetics is just to make it easier. So when we come across a word that's difficult to pronounce, I want to be able to spell it in a way that is easier for you to understand. So like tight, like the shirt, my new shirt is too tight. So let's see. So in this situation, we have T-I-G-H-T, and really I just want to make it simple and tight, okay, tight. So what I do with Rudin phonetics is we have the T sound, we have the long I, tie, I. So whenever I write a letter in capitals, it just means that it says its name. It says the name of its letter. Okay, so like the A sound is just the capital A. A, O, U, I. Whenever I write it like that, it just means that it says its letter, okay, the name of its letter. And then when I write the lowercase, it just means a, kind of what you would expect it to be based on just the rules of American spelling, English spelling. Okay. So tight is tight. Okay, tight. So it goes through the Rudin phonetics. Don't spend too much time on it. I'd prefer you to kind of move on and just as we come across a letter, or we're specifically talking about a specific sound and letter, then you'll get exposure to kind of that sound, how it's supposed to sound, and then how we typically write it. All right. Okay. Okay, Sandeep, you're saying you have problems with the sounds ah, eh, and I. So Sandeep, I'm going to unmute you. There we go. Hi, you there? So I'm not sure how to. Hi, how are you? Sandeep?
I'm good, and you?
Good, very good. Okay, so
Yeah.
So you're saying you have a problem with the sounds with like ah, ah, eh.
I have a problem in the small letters.
Okay. So when you refer to small letters, what that means to me is short vowels. Okay. So the short vowels.
Yeah.
So let me kind of go into what week of the program are you in right now?
I'm in first week.
Okay, first week. So we'll go over it a little bit today. You'll get a lot of practice with these in week 7 of the program. So this is a kind of a workbook that I put together of all the worksheets that you'll be getting through the course. But in week 7, if you see here, we go all of these short vowels. Week 6 and 7, you'll go over all the short vowels. But let's go kind of jump into a few of these right now. And what I want to do, a lot of times, the problem is that you're not hearing the sounds, the difference between the sounds. Is that something that you kind of feel like, okay, yeah, I don't hear the difference between ah and eh? Is that what is that something that you experience?
Actually, I'm Indian, and in my country, O is pronounced like hot, but here it's hot, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's just the difference between kind of seeing that letter and knowing what sound it's supposed to say, right? Okay, so let's go over just a few of these. So with the ah sound, I'm going to have you say these words for me with the short ah, okay? So with the ah sound, short ah, I always write it with the a there, okay? So a, ah, ah, ah. Can you say that for me?
Okay.
We're
Tax.
So we want to make sure it gets ah. Say ah for me. Ah.
Ah. Ah.
Exactly. So let's get tax.
Tax.
How about can?
Can.
Apple.
Apple.
Mad.
Mad.
So here, do this for me. We're going to contrast a couple of words together that might, so man and men. Say that for me. Man, men.
Man and men.
Good. So you're getting that ah for the first one and eh for the second one. Man, men. Okay, how about hand? Say hand for me.
Hand.
And sat.
Sat.
Okay, so let's do sat, set. Sat, set.
Sat, set.
Okay, do it again. Sat, set.
Sat, set.
Good, good. Can you hear a clear difference between those two when you say them?
Yes.
Yep.
I can.
Okay, so that's the difference.
Now it's a bit easy.
Yeah. So there's that difference, and one thing that you might be doing kind of naturally, if you're not thinking about it, is just saying set instead of sat. Okay, so you're kind of relaxing that vowel instead of saying the ah sound. Okay, so let's do
Okay, thank you.
let's do a sentence together real quick. So, and then I do want to kind of show you the I sound. So, okay, let's do the black cat was sleeping.
The black cat was sleeping.
Good. So you're getting that dropped ah sound. So say these for me. I'm going to go drop down to the sound. So do Ben is 7 years old.
Ben is 7 years old.
Good. So you're getting that sound. Good. Okay, and then I'm going to jump into the short I real quick. Let me get into that and just see. Let's see, what week is this? 5, 8, 6. Okay, here we go. So in week 6, we go over the E versus the I. I. So we're going to talk about the I for a little bit. So say this for me, crib.
Crib.
Swim.
Swim.
Good. And then do this is it.
This is it.
Good. Okay, so you're saying it correctly. Now it's just a matter of getting comfortable with, okay, this letter in English has a different sound than what it is in your native tongue. And so as you go through each of the individual lessons and you get some focused practice on each of those sounds, it'll become more and more clear for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you for your question. Okay, so let's see. Caesar is saying, I am having trouble getting the U sound in words such as graduate. Graduate. Okay, the U sound. Excellent. So let's go into you. Graduate. So there's there's a few things happening here, and I'm going to have you, I'm going to unmute you, Caesar, here in just a minute. Gradu, and we can do graduate. Or graduate, kind of the 8. So sometimes I write out in Rudin phonetics. Sometimes it's just like, okay, it's the same pronunciation as if you were saying these words. Let's see. My audio seems to. All right, there. My audio's back. Caesar, are you there? Caesar?
Yeah. Hi, Annie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? All right. So
Good.
It's the U sound you're having a hard time with, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so say this word for me, graduate.
Graduate.
Graduate. So it's kind of graduate, kind of has that w sound in it. Graduate.
Graduate.
Grad. Here, do this for me. So whenever we come across a word that that is hard, we want to break it down sound by sound. So say this for me, grad.
Grad.
You.
You.
Yeah, you got to get that j sound. It's that voiced j.
With the oo sound or
yeah, Jew.
You.
Okay, so that's the trick here. Is what I'm hearing is just the oo from you. So I'm not hearing this j sound for.
You.
So I'm not hearing j. So say that for me.
You.
J. There you go. So we got to make sure we get that j sound in there. So let's do Jew.
You.
Okay, you got to. I'm hearing just you. You're substituting the j for the yeah sound. Oops. You're saying yeah instead of j. Do you hear yeah, there you go. So you're able to say it individually. So we want to make sure we can say it. You can say it in connected speech. So j. So say this for me. Jump.
Jump.
There you go. So you got that j sound. Juice.
Use.
A little bit stronger on the j. Juice.
Use.
Okay, it must be those words that have j and then u. J and u.
Yeah.
So like juice
Yeah.
and juniper. So say these for me. Juice.
Use.
A little bit more j.
Use.
Okay, I'm hearing use, with a y sound instead of a j.
Okay,
Okay,
let me try. Use. I can do it.
much better. So let's see. So say jaw. So then we want to, if there's a sound that you're like, oh, I can say it individually, but I can't say it in connection with other sounds. Then we want to do kind of connect it with other vowels. So let's do ja.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Ja.
Yeah.
There you go. And then j.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Jaw.
Ja.
Uh-huh. G.
G.
Do it again. G.
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 G. G.
Okay, a little bit more. So what's happening is you're just going to kind of, it's a burst sound. J, j, G.
G.
There you go. Good. And then J.
Yeah.
Again, J.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hearing more of a yeah, like in yes, instead of J,
Mm,
like in
that
jet.
it's because I still don't I am still not hearing the difference between those two types of Y sounds, yeah
Oh, okay.
sounds.
Okay, so here
So
let's do
that's
some.
the main
Uh,
problem for me.
okay, so here let's do some listening exercises here. Okay, so um, oops. Okay, so if you don't hear the difference, this is an important thing because if you don't hear the difference, then you're going to have a hard time being able to say the correct sound. So I'm glad that you pointed that out, that I just don't hear the difference, because then we need to take a step back and make sure that you can hear it. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to say one of these two words. Okay, and you're going to tell me if I'm saying the first word or the second word. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to cover my mouth because sometimes the mouth gives it away. All right, how about this one?
Okay.
Yet, yet, yet.
So um mm,
This one or this
so
one?
it's with
Yet. This first one or the second one? Yet.
but with what sound?
Well, I'm saying one of these words and I want you to tell me which one you think I'm saying. Yet.
Okay.
So first word or second word? Yet. Yet. Yet.
Yet.
Okay, which one do you think? First word or second word?
Second.
Okay, it was the second one. Okay, so
Okay.
now I'm going to
Okay.
contrast the two. I'm going to say them right next to each other a few different times, and I want you to listen and see if you can hear a difference. Okay? Jet, yet. Jet, yet. Jet, yet.
Yeah, I hear the difference.
Okay, so let's do another one. Okay, so this one, you tell me if I'm saying the first word or the second word. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Joke, joke, joke.
Um. Um. Oh, first one.
Okay, so it was the first one. Good. But I could tell in your voice you weren't as sure about that. So let's do the listening exercise. So I'm going to say this one, and then the second one, and then the first one, and the second one. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Joke, yoke, joke, yoke, joke, yoke.
Um.
Uh-huh.
You're showing the words in the on the screen because I don't see
Oh
anything.
my goodness, I cannot believe that. I am not showing you the
Yes.
right. I am so
Yeah.
sorry.
I think.
No wonder that was
Oh, okay,
difficult.
okay,
Okay.
okay, okay, okay,
My
okay.
apologies.
No,
I
it's okay. It's
did
okay. It's
not
okay.
realize that wasn't showing up.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was thinking, oh, how can I
Now
guess
it makes
this?
sense. Okay, here we go. My
Okay,
apologies. I was going through that whole explanation without even you seeing this. Okay.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
ready?
Now,
So,
now I'm ready.
okay, now you're ready. Good. Okay, how about this one? So I'm going to say one of these two words. Okay, ready?
Okay, okay.
John, John, John.
I think it's the first one.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so let me contrast them. John, yawn. John, yawn. John, yawn. Okay, you hear a down for difference
Mm,
there. So that j sound has a little bit more friction. J, it's j. It's kind of a burst of a sound, whereas yeah is what we call a glide. Yeah, it kind of glides off
so
the
you said
tongue.
that you said Spanish speakers do which one of them they do on the
Yeah, so
I don't
usually
know.
instead of the j sound, you're saying yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
instead of saying ja, or it's usually kind of a lot of times it's the J sound, ja. What you're saying is the yeah sound.
So it has to vibrate more?
So it has to burst. It has to kind of
Burst.
ja.
Yeah.
Ja.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah.
like you're jumping off of your tongue, whereas yeah is a little bit more of a glide. Yeah. Like
So it's more
you,
gentle?
yeah, it's more gentle.
Okay. Oh, so it has to be, I have to be a little bit more aggressive with
Yeah,
that sound?
exactly. There's kind of this
Okay.
burst that has to
Okay.
happen with that sound. Okay.
Okay.
Juice,
Okay.
and say this for me. Juice. Juice.
Juice. Juice.
There you go. Yeah. That was perfect because you just got that j sound. Okay, so
Okay.
in the bonus lessons of the program, you're going to see a lesson on the j sound. It's going to be written like this, D G j. Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to get, there's going to be worksheets and an MP3 that just focus on this sound. So I want you to go through that worksheet and I want you to just focus on that sound and practice saying that sound with that more aggressive kind of like bursting ja.
So that DG, that jazz sound?
Yeah. So that's the way I kind of
Okay.
write it with the Rudin phonetics is ja. So it's usually written as a J so the ways it's written in English is J, J, or a DG. So like judge, um, the word judge
Okay.
has both that word, that sound, the J sound, and the DG sound to make J. Okay?
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
good. Okay, go practice
Thanks.
that, all right?
Okay.
All right, thanks, Eva.
I'll be.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right, so Megira is saying that I'm having trouble with the voice TH sound. Okay, let me make sure that if I'm showing you, let me get my voice TH. And I know, Megira, I don't think your microphone's working correctly. So let's see. I'll unmute you again and see if it's working now. But let me turn to those and I'll make sure I actually show it to you this time. That was really funny. I was assuming that Caesar was seeing my my screen there. So Megira, let's see if Megira, are you there? Let's see. Go ahead and say something. See if I can hear you.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Oh, yes, I do. Good.
Thank you.
Good. We got it
How are you
working.
doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm fine, I'm good.
Good. Okay. So
I'm
the
facing a problem about TH pronunciation sound.
okay, that voice TH sound, huh? Okay. So let me
Yeah, sure.
So are you having a problem with the pronunciation of it, or do you not hear the difference? Where does the problem kind of start?
I'm facing problem about pronunciation.
Okay, so making sure your mouth's in the right position and getting comfortable with that. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to have you
Yeah.
read these words for me. So the TH sounds, words here. So go through these word practice.
Okay, I guess so. Well, the first one is this,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one that, and third one is the, and the fourth one is them, and then after then those, these, they, the, and they.
Mm-hmm. And this one's going to be thy, thy.
Oh, okay, die.
Good. Okay, so it sounds correct. You're getting your mouth in the right position. What I'm guessing is it
Okay.
just doesn't sound, it doesn't feel comfortable for you yet, right? Does it feel
Yeah, of course.
very uncomfortable? Okay. So
Yeah.
what I want you to do is make sure it's all about practice. Okay, so let's go through. I
Yeah,
want you to
of course.
read through all these sentences for me and let me hear how you do it in sentences. Okay.
Okay, okay. This car belongs to them.
Mhm.
The girls spend all their time playing.
Mhm.
Wait for them over there. Then why don't they come?
Okay, do that one again.
Sorry. Uh, then why don't they come?
Mhm.
Okay. These umbrellas are the best.
Good.
The and they. What does
So
they?
thee and
The and
thy.
they are used.
Thy. Mhm.
Okay. The and thy are used in Old English.
Mhm.
I will ride this bike down that road.
Mhm.
They will help themselves to this salad bar.
Good.
These are the flowers that they ordered.
Mhm.
She will help these kids find their dog.
Okay, good. Okay, sounding very nice. You're getting that mouth in position. So now it's just practice, practice, practice. Okay? When you read out loud
Okay,
as you
okay,
practice, you don't only have to use these worksheets to practice with. You can pick up and read whatever you want, but focus on that TH sound and make sure that your mouth is in position, correct, in that position every time that you come across a TH sound. Okay?
okay,
And you'll get that correct. Okay,
okay.
so with the voiceless, so you don't seem to have a problem with the voiceless th.
Uh, not what can I say? Not like that.
Okay, yeah,
Problem I'm facing this voice sound.
okay, yeah. The voiced th sound is actually the most common sound. So it's in all of those small words like this, that, the, them, these. All those words that you say all the time in English. That's that voiced th sound. So it's going to come up often in your English. So when you correct that th sound, it's going to correct the majority of your errors. Okay? So it's an important one
Okay.
to practice. All right.
Yeah,
Any
of
other
course.
questions?
No, no. Thank you.
All right, good. Glad you got that microphone working. All right, good. Okay, I'm not seeing any other questions here. So if anybody has a question, go ahead and ask it now. I'm going to go back over to my PowerPoint here. I do have a few kind of words of the day that I'll review. Okay, so Nabila says, do you have a document where you can explain the sounds of all the alphabet from A to Z? For example, how to pronounce A, B, C, D in American accent and so on. Yes, we do. Okay, so it's in the bonus lessons. If you go to the bonus lessons of the website, we have a lesson called the English alphabet. Okay, and we go through each letter of the English alphabet and show you how to pronounce each of those letters. Okay. So yeah, go through that lesson and we'll go exactly through the alphabet. Good. Okay, so words of the day. So close and close. Okay, close and close, I should say. So these ones are, these are what we call kind of heteronym pairs, words that are spelled the same but sound different in their pronunciation depending on what part of speech they are. Okay, so in close, this is an adjective. It was a close race. Okay, close has an S sound at the end. Close, close. It was a close race. It was a close race. So that's that adjective, that descriptor word. But if it's a verb and then it has that Z sound at the end. Close. Will you close the door? Will you close the door? Close. Close the door. Please close the door. So if you don't get that voiced ending, then it sounds like please close the door. Close the door. And it's not right grammatically. It's going to sound a little off. Okay, so you want to make sure close, if you're going to shut something, you're going to close a cabinet, or you're going to close the door, you're going to close the suitcase, then make sure it has that voiced Z sound at the end. Okay, how about these two? House and house. Okay, again, that S and the Z ending, house. House is a noun. It's I live in this house. What a nice house. That house, he lives at that house down the street. That has that voiceless S sound, house. But if we're going to do the verb form, it's going to be house. I will house the dog for the night. I will house the dog, meaning I'm going to kind of put the dog in the house, or I'm going to shelter the dog with my house. So it's a verb form, and it's going to get that Z sound to it. Okay, another one is use and use. So my husband and I were actually just kind of we were kind of discussing this. I was asking him what part of speech is this use. So when you're saying words like what is the use, or he used to work for this company, and we were kind of looking it up online and having a hard time figuring that all out. And we're not exactly sure. So you guys might know better what part of speech that is. But the way it's used is it's okay. What's the use? When someone says what's the use, it means like how is its used, or why would it be important? What's the importance of this? What's the use? Or he used to work for this company. He used to has that S ending sound. Used to. He used to work for this company. He used to work for this company. He previously did. Okay, but if it's a verb form, use the back door to get in. We got to get that Z sound. Use the back door. Okay, that Z. Good, okay. Let's see. Okay, so there was one more question. So Magira says, my question is that I'm facing a problem with the TH voiceless sound. Okay, so I kind of asked about that. So Magira, that voiceless TH sound, if you can say the voiced sound, you're gonna be able to say that voiced, or if you can say the voiced sound, you'll most likely be able to say that voiceless sound, excuse me, again. But let's go over it real quick. Okay. Miguel, are you there? Miguel, are you there?
Yes.
Hi. Okay, we might as well go over the voiceless as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and read some of these words for me, or these sentences for me.
Which type of sentence?
Okay. So yeah.
Thank you for thermos. The thunder scared away the thief. Three friends and I attend the theater.
Okay, I'm going to do it real quick. Here, stop real quick. So we want to get a little bit more airflow. Okay, so the difference between the voiced and the voiceless is the voiceless kind of has this, you want to make sure that there's some airflow. So if you're too tight with your TH sound, so your tongue is kind of too tight between your teeth, then it's not going to get that voiceless sound to it. It's going to be too tight, and it's going to sound more of like a t sound instead of a th sound. Okay, so what I want you to do, let's back up and do that th sound in thank. So I don't want you to put your tongue between your teeth and get a little bit of airflow. Thank.
think,
Good. Thaw.
thank, thaw,
Okay, you're doing it too tight, so I want you to loosen it up. Thaw.
thaw,
Okay, so thick.
thick,
Yeah, perfect. Thief.
thief,
Thigh.
thigh,
Okay, a little bit lighter. Thigh.
thigh,
Thin.
thin,
Thing.
thing,
Okay, a little bit lighter, because if you go too tight, it's going to be thing, you know, and you're going to kind of burst out of that sound, and I want it to be a smooth sound. Thing.
think,
Perfect. Think.
think,
Okay, a little bit looser. Think.
think,
Perfect. Third.
third,
A little bit looser, so third.
third,
Three.
three,
Perfect. Okay, so when you're practicing this voiceless TH sound, I want you to think about, okay, I've got to loosen it up. I've got to loosen up my tongue and my teeth and let that air flow a little bit more. Okay? Okay, go ahead
okay,
and practice it that way, all right? All
okay.
right. Good. Okay. Okay, Olabenga, hello, sir. Let's see, it says, can you make a big list of those heteronym words, make those available because it hinders communication most times. Yeah, so in week, so those heteronym words, a lot of those heteronym words are included in week, let me think, the word stress week 3 of the program. We go over word stress, and those heteronym words are there. We have just probably 2 or 3 pages worth of heteronym words on a worksheet there. So those are helpful. Those heteronym words are words that, those specific ones are ones that the stress has to be different. But I see that there are ones that are similar to, here, let me go back to that. So some of these, it's more has to do with that S and Z ending. And I do have a worksheet with those S and Z sounds that kind of tell you when it should be an S and when should it be a Z. Email me, Olabenga, email me, and I'll send you that worksheet. But I think you're right. There needs to be a little bit more of a worksheet on more of these type of words where it's just the difference between a voiced or a voiceless ending sound. We have a few of those on the second week of the program where it's final voice consonants. Kind of the contrast on the final voice consonant lesson. But you're right. I need to make some more worksheets on these type of words. Okay. All right. We are out of time right now. Caesar, you're saying you have trouble with the website. Let's just address that real quick because I want to make sure that everything's working correctly. So Caesar, you there?
Okay, so it's yeah. So when I in the website, it seems that the pronunciation pro course has been resetted. So so I can start you know seeing the videos, watching the videos and all that.
Oh, okay. So let's do this. Will you send me an email and say
Okay, sure.
I'm having trouble with accessing the program, and I'll look up your account, make sure everything's kind of working correctly,
Okay.
and
Okay.
we'll get it all worked out. All right.
Okay.
All
Thanks.
right. Thanks, Caesar. Okay. Nabila says, where can I find the student workbook where you are explaining the TH sound? Okay, so if you have a yearly membership and have paid kind of for the yearly program, then then send me an email and I can send you that PDF workbook, kind of all of the worksheets all together. If you're a monthly member, then you'll be able to download those worksheets per lesson. Because you'll be getting access to the weekly lessons 1 week at a time. If you're completely through the whole program, all the 12-week program, I can send it to you. But I keep that packet for more of those who have paid for the whole year. Okay. All right. I think that is it for the day. So if you have any questions, then please email me and I can help you with that. We have these webinars every 2 weeks, and you can register for the next webinar on your profile page in your when you log on to the site. Okay, so go ahead and register for the next webinar, bring all your questions, and we'll get them answered. Thanks everyone for your participation, and have a great day. Bye.